the real problem with today's fantastic rally? It wasn't selective. We live in a world that's dominated by the major indices. So when some major players in the S&P 500 go higher, they pull the rest of the market up with them. Think FANG, even some stocks that don't deserve to go higher. And that's why I want to get really granular with you tonight about who actually benefits from President Trump's stay of execution on some of his new tariffs. Instead of going into effect September 1, many of these products are going to be delayed until December 15th. It certainly saves things for the holiday season. And I think more important, what we're developing here is a list of stocks that you can buy when they start coming back down, because they are going to be exempt. Biggest beneficiary, good example of this is Apple. Now, one of the exemptions here is for cell phones, including the iPhone. If Trump had stuck with the original timeline, do you know it would have cost Apple maybe 50 to 55 cents a share? Cutting numbers, Apple. And that's according to a very thorough report from Wedbush this very morning. Apple also makes laptops in China. Laptops are also on the temporary exemption list. This is a home run day for Apple. Huge wins. Going to the holidays, the company's going to have to eat the cost of these tariffs themselves or raise prices and lose market share. Both real bad. I can't overemphasize the importance of this call. Apple's been a total flashpoint within the White House, because they're caught between both countries. They make tons of stuff in China, which is a huge market for them, but they also make tons of stuff here. Plus, they built a whole ecosystem of job creation in the software space in both countries. While Tim Cook has done a great job of pressing his case, it wasn't until this morning that he got any kind of break because he makes too much stuff in China, according to some people in the White House. This is also great for many of Apple's suppliers. I would say that the one I want to highlight the most, because they reported a good quarter away from this, is Skyworks Solutions, SWKS. Really good company. And it's been hurting, coming and going for the tariffs, also from Huawei. Micron benefits, too, and they're already starting to see a pickup in demand for flash memory chips, although their other big business, DRAMs, is still struggling. That stock's taken off, as is Texas Instruments. Some people like to be in Qualcomm. I think you're courting trouble there. Cirrus Logic, sound business, is another potential winner, even though the stock hasn't really been beaten up. Who else benefits? All right, let's take a little tour here of WATCH. That's my acronym for Walmart, Amazon, Target, Costco, and Home Depot. These are major retailers that sell pallets and pallets of Chinese goods, well, at least goods that are made in China that don't look like it. Without the stay of execution, these companies might have had a tough holiday season. At the very least, their margins would have been crimped by the tariffs. They can't take them all the way up because they may lose share to somebody else, so they have to eat some of that tariff. I think, by the way, it's obvious that Best Buy benefits. Put that on your list if it comes down. Tons of their hardware that they sell is made in China. Although, with the stock up more than 6% today, most of the win seems to be baked in. I do expect some upgrades tomorrow. Now, we know certain toys will be exempted, and that's obviously good news for Hasbro, which is moving its manufacturing away from China as fast as possible. Still has a lot to do. Tariff Grinch will no longer steal Hasbro's Christmas. What if the Chinese react positively to this gesture and they decide to extend an olive branch of their own? In that case, I think they'll make some agricultural purchases, which bodes well for Deere, which has gotten to be cheap again. Anything that's good for the farmers is always good for Deere. Finally, I got an odd one for you. It's a little little against the grain. Banks. There are some of the hardest hit stocks whenever there's a flare-up in the trade war. It's like there's some drawer you open, it says, invent of a trade war, sell banks. But whenever there's a truce, they rebound nicely. So which one do you do? Best bet is Citigroup. That currently sells at a discount to its tangible book value. That's one reason Citi's buying back such a gigantic amount of stock this year, more than any other bank as a percentage of the float. These stocks have all been kept down by Trump's tariff announcement, 10% on the remainder of our trade with China effective beginning of September. Now that he's giving many products an extension, I think those names can rally. As for the trade war, the Hawks point out that this is merely a delay. The Doves say this is a genuine thaw. Me, I think the truth is somewhere in between. Stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.